Well, to give more update on the exit of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar from the People's Democratic Party is a spokesperson, Paul Ibe. We are also joined by Deputy National Legal Advisor of the PDP, Barrister Osuoha. Even though we don't use that title. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the news tonight. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Great.
Let me begin with you, Mr. Ibe. And let's be candid. Some have said this is really about 2027. Atiku Abubakar has only left the PDP because he knows he won't get the tickets, the party's ticket for 2027 and nothing more. How do you respond to those views?
Well, those who say, looking into their crystal balls, I mean, are they clairvoyants? But, I would rather we were speaking on something else, and not this particular issue, considering the fact that this is a nation that is still in mourning, and the memories of the late President Muhammad Buhari, who was just interred yesterday, we're still trying to, live up to that, reality. However, I mean, we're here because, people who never wished, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar well, leaked a communication of his.
Oh, was leaked?
Oh, yes, they did. Because it's unfortunate that, the Minister of Aviation, who rather should be, concerned with serious issues of aviation matters, and there are plenty of them, runways and, better infrastructures, who will, jump into the phrase like knowing what caused an accident even before the investigation. So actually, they were the ones, rogue elements in the PDP working in cahoots with the, the APC, members who leaked, that communication, and that's why we're having this, conversation. And that's why I said I would rather we were talking, about something else and not this.
Right. So wish I could just, continue to take you up on that, but we have another guest who is a PDP member, Barrister Osuoha. Well, I mean, we're hearing from Paul Ibe that this letter leaked, but that's not to say it's a fake document. So now with Atiku likely to be leaving the PDP, maybe it's better, I stay safe, within safe limits. What exactly does that mean, or would it mean for the PDP? How's the People's Democratic Party, the party that Atiku himself was a founding member of, and of course, third time that Atiku will be leaving the PDP, if indeed he eventually does?
Thank you so much. I have to start by saying, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, like you mentioned, the founding member of PDP, leaving the party or the house he helped to build at this point. The news I received was surprising, but I know to Nigerians, they are not surprised because they have been expecting this, this particular news for a long time, because from what we heard, the person you mentioned, the former vice president, has been engaged in this discussion concerning a coalition, and he has been doing this without the permission or the support of the party PDP. He has been doing that coalition, and you cannot belong in Nigerian politics and democracy. You can't belong to two political parties. That's why today, when we heard that he has resigned formally from PDP, but I can just tell you that that resignation, for me and for the party, it didn't go down well because the party didn't expect that from somebody, a well-known figure in our party, an elder statesman, like a founding father, because party is all about democracy or, is all about trust. People who want to, repose their trust on you. So for you to always exit the party whenever you lose the election is not proper. So that's why I said that the news today is not so good. But the only interesting part of that news is that he actually commended and thanked the party for having given him a chance, 2 times as a former vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and also having nominated him twice too as a presidential candidate. But I want to say that in Nigerian politics, like I remember in the First and Second Republic, the politicians there used to be, committed and steadfast. There's always that consistency. So because this particular person you mentioned, our vice president, he first was in SDP. From SDP, he went to AC. From AC, he joined APC, and he later came back to PDP, and from PDP now to ADC. So if you have integrity, I don't think leaving a party, always moving from one party to the other, because it reduces your prestige and your integrity and your image as a serious-minded political party man. So, but he does not bother the party PDP, because my party PDP is formidable. We have what it takes, and I'm still appealing to him and other people who have left the party to come back, because PDP, like in a Christian... All right,
Mr. Osuoha, yes. Let's bring in Mr. Philip Shuaibu back into this conversation.
Paul Ibe?
Sorry, beg your pardon, Mr. Paul Ibe, back to this conversation. Mr. Paul Ibe, you heard your party's legal advisor speak there. But let me ask you, because the content of the letter, you say it was leaked, but it was received in his local ward in Adamawa. So when was he planning on revealing this to the public? That's first. Secondly, when you look at the content of the letter, he said that the party had strayed from its founding principles. What principles is he referring to, and who were the people responsible for the party straying?
The principle of collectivity, the principle of of democracy. Don't forget that the PDP was born against a backdrop of the military dictatorship, from the G34 and all of that, and it was the PDP was a pan-Nigerian umbrella party, had all of the colors, the diversity that was Nigeria, into it, and the party had gone the ways of the dogs. Clearly. My brother and my friend, over there, knows that clearly, that, the party is broken. And it started, soon after they lost the 2015 election. There were subtle moves by some well-meaning party members, to talk to, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar to return to the party, which he did, and ran in 2019. But, from what happened in 2023, where serving governors, about 5 of them, with one of them clearly in bed, with the APC, working clearly, against the interests of the party, and coming out, in the public under some, substance, and to brag about, all of that. It was unprecedented. It had never happened in our history to see an opposition party work openly with a ruling party and talk about it openly in the public. So these were clear signs that the party, it had gone off the road, from what the founding fathers of the party had envisaged, for the party.
Okay,
and everybody was being, eroded into, a one-party, structure. That wasn't good for democracy.
No doubt. Let me stay with you, Mr. Paul Ibe, and let me bring this quote from Felix Moka, the APC spokesperson, who says inter alia that Atiku is driven only by his selfish and obsessive presidential ambition, never willing to put in the work to build his party or solve its internal crisis. What do you say? What's your response to that? Because this is looking like not necessarily an altruistic move from one party to the other, considering the fact that he's moved many times. That really is about this selfish ambition to be president.
This is not about any ambition. This is not about 2027 election. Let us look at now. We need to survive even now before we talk about tomorrow.
Right.
As things stand now, there are no opposition parties in Nigeria. There is only one party, the APC. And all of us, it's like you are at the bus stop, and there is all the buses that are coming only going one way. Oshod. Whether you like it or not, you go to Oshod. Right. That is what the APC has become, a one-party district. Is that what we're going to live with? What happened to democracy? if there is no democracy, if there are no framework for democratic engagement, you will not have opportunity for good governance. So one is predicated on the other. That's what it's all about. And Mr. Moka, simply seems they are fighting for 2027. That's not what Atiku Abubakar is talking about. Atiku Abubakar is concerned about the prospects of giving Nigerians a viable platform to be able to confront, the APC that has made life miserable for Nigerians. It's about good governance. It's about democracy. Those are the two pillars upon which His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is making this move. By the way,
right.
You cannot use a disco music and be dancing waltz. You can't do that. You can't be using reggae and be dancing Owambe blues.
Are you sure?
Yes?
There are some who do not know how to dance, and they just move their body to whatever rhythm it is. From what you're saying, it does seem like you are saying the former vice president is bent on correcting the ills of society at all by becoming the president. So if he does attempt to run again, that will be the 7th time. You also seem to be saying he's looking for the ticket of the coalition ADC. I may be wrong, but is that what you're saying?
Is
that what you are saying?
There are indications that's
the coalition has to take off and be a viable platform for anybody to contest.
At the moment you are saying Vice President Atiku Abubakar has left the PDP for just being a member of the ADC? Is that what you're saying?
Right now, as I speak to you, the former vice president has turned in his resignation as a member of the PDP. And that's what it is, for now. He would, when we wake up tomorrow, he would take his next steps, and we don't know what it is, But for now, he's no longer the member. I thought that they would be happy about it.
Okay.
Since they thought that they have said that he is a problem of their party, well, shouldn't they be clapping?
That the problem has
gone.
Okay, but he's not the only problem. Let's bring in Barrister Osuoha. First off, maybe you'd like to respond to what Paul Ibe has said here, saying, look, you should be happy, really, that Atiku is leaving the PDP. Since you say he has constituted, I don't want to use the word nuisance, but I have to use it, that he's been the problem of the PDP. Number one, is the PDP really, truly still a party in the sense that we knew in 1999 or even 2015?
Thank you so much. I have to start by, I disagree with my good brother, because when you mention PDP, one should be responsible, because party PDP is the bastion of democracy in Nigeria. In fact, the fulcrum of democracy that heralded civilian regime and civilian rule in 1999. PDP has produced presidents in this country, produced former vice president, even the person here who just resigned today, was produced by PDP, vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 2 times, has produced governors and senators. So PDP is like when he was talking about opposition party. PDP, like we are Christians, in the Christendom, there's a denomination is called Catholic Church. PDP is like a Catholic church. And I want to still stay in this forum that even the vice president, that decision he took is wrong, is a wrong decision, because I'm appealing to him to resign that decision, because as far as I'm concerned, PDP still offer him, has the potential, to offer him a platform where he can realize that his presidential ambition in Nigeria. There's no other political party that can give him that. So PDP, the house is still formidable, and we're working hard. I don't know, the excuses and the reason he gave that for leaving PDP. Is it you, if you are a leader of a house, a family, you are a father of a family, and then your house has a problem, will you abandon your family and run away? So it is behoves on you. The responsibility is for you to stay in your house and build your house. So those are flimsy excuses. Are you hearing me? Because there's what we call in psychology, escapism. You are escaping from reality. Like he is talking about, let me tell you something. You cannot do away with PDP in Nigeria. And the party is working hard to rescue and take over government in 2027. So whoever that has defected, that stand here, and our party is still calling all of them, former presidents, former governors, candidates, to come back to the house where we will build together and not running away. Like I mentioned earlier, this vice president, I think SDP. From SDP went to AC.
Yeah, we have that history.
Yes.
We have the history.
Thank you very much.
A character of somebody. If you want to show
Osuoha,
doing it.
Thank you
That
very
you are
much.
a man of integrity
Oh my.
and honor. You should
All
be
right.
consistent in
Osuoha
whatever
is a
you do.
PDP
And find-
member.
we are
Of
talking
course,
about
it's
Nigeria
a
from back
legal advisor of the PDP. It's understandable that he'll be so emotional to the point that he won't even hear us now.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. And Paul Ibe, spokesperson to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight.